living glam, living rock, living with Jonathan and Katy.
What's up,
sluts? Welcome to our channel.
Living with Jonathan and Katy. Did I bulldoze you, Katy?
It's fine. I have no makeup, and this is the most vulnerable I've ever been with anyone ever.
I never wear makeup. As a man, I usually don't wear makeup out, and so that's a privilege that you have, that you get to put on your face every day. So,
No, truly, I really do respect men because they have to show their real faces.
so that's not true. Don't respect men.
No, but like, I mean,
do that. Never respect men.
We truly do. You know, it's like you wipe on a face and wipe it off. So it's very exciting.
Yeah,
see,
but
this
men.
is me. I'm feeling
these beard things.
That's true. You can just cover your face.
Yeah,
I'm feeling very like Hillary Duff teen. You know, very just like, this is me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Great.
What are we doing today, Jonathan? Tell the people.
Guys, today we are doing our makeup.
Makeup tutorials. We're doing our own, and we're gonna talk through it.
And then we're gonna shit talk and slut talk and do all the different types of talks that you do when you do makeup.
Yeah. Jonathan, what has your history been with makeup? What was like the first time you ever wore makeup?
Oh, ever wore makeup?
Like, can you remember back? Like, did you sneak someone's something?
No, I was probably I was in a full-fledged theater production. Thank you very much.
Oh, of course.
When I was 6 years old, I played one of the little girl orphans. But they needed people because the stage was so big that they needed like orphans to be underneath the bed so that it looked like a packed, overcrowded orphanage. So they put like the girly boys underneath the bed, so it would just, because on stage you just are in shadow, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then I was also a New Yorker in the NYC number. Remember that? NYC. Yeah, exactly. What is it about you? Yeah.
So did they put like little rouge or like little dirty
rouge?
So you look like little ragamuffin.
And I always talked like a girl when I was young until this deep ass voice came. Yeah.
I was remembering my first like makeup memory is doing dance recitals. And we had a rule, and it was so funny. And the teachers would, like, before we left for like dress rehearsal or whatever, they'd be like, "What's the rule?" And the rule was blue, purple, pink.
Ew. Oh my God. Well, Katy, tell the listeners and watchers what your inspiration for today's look for you is.
Yes, I was thinking of what one of my favorite looks of all time was, very iconic, and that is Britney Spears in the Stronger video, because that was the first time I'd ever seen underline, like color under the eyes. Mm-hmm. And she had this very like glamorous, it was like an icy blue, and that's very like on brand for me anyways. And I think that I tried to recreate that for like many school dances, but I didn't know about makeup or shading, so I just put like icy blue, like a raccoon. Mm-hmm. But we're gonna see if I can redeem myself now. So we're having a get ready with me makeup style.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. I mean, I was just planning on doing a boy look because I can't do, I have so much makeup because I do basically makeup as therapy. I do drag looks, I do boy glam looks. This is all my like lipsticks, lip liners. And then I also have a mirror. And then I have these foundations. There's concealers in here and BB creams and primers.
You have many of them.
Powder. I've had these for a long time. I have all my like dirty brushes.
I'll be working with a number of palettes, but if the people don't know, for Christmas, you gifted me one of the best gifts of all time, and that is this iconic Slut palette. It's actually a Z palette from ColourPop, which I've actually since refilled with different items, but it is beautiful. We'll do some other like up close shots, but I really like my blue selection. I Z palette everything, guys. I don't believe in clutter.
That's all your colors.
I'm gonna get started here. What's your first step, Jonathan?
Well, we can
step by step it together.
I've already toned with my Neutrogena toner.
We are sponsored by Neutrogena today.
Thank
and
you.
All of these brands. I'm going to start by priming my lids with a Rite Aid Security concealer. This is a really rare discontinued Rite Aid concealer shade.
Oh yeah, and you start with the eyes,
fit
right?
me. Yeah, this is a big difference between us, right?
Yeah, I like to start with the skin. Well, because actually, I'm really bad at eye makeup usually. Every time I try to do something crazy with the eye, it kind of gets away from me.
And that's when I think I'm ready to finally reveal the photo.
Which one, though? Which one?
I love when beauty bloggers are like, okay, this is an 856225Z4.
You don't care. Just
And they're always like, and it is discontinued. So good luck, bitch. This is, I believe, an Urban Decay shadow that is discontinued. So again, guys, a lot of this will be discontinued and very unhelpful for you. But I'm going to darken that crease. This is a big revelation for me. I didn't know about shading. Somebody blew my mind literally when they said it's called eyeshadow because it's like you're creating different shadows. And I was like, yeah, you put one from lid to eyebrow and it's a color.
So I use a BB cream, which is called, it's for Boys Be Bold. It's like made for boys. I think from Asia, and Asian foundations and beauty creams always work well for me because they have a lot of variety of undertone because it can like fluctuate a lot over there. And I have a specific undertone. My undertones are brown, green, gray, and yellow. Basically,
I believe we've said deli olive.
no, it's because I have olive skin, so I have olive undertones. But it's basically all the colors of deli olives, or as Liz Lemon put it, witch undertone. If you have green undertone like me, you have witch undertones, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Who's your dream makeup artist person? Like if you're like, oh, I'm going on a red carpet, I want this person to do it.
Oh, no, John McClean, that crazy Scotsman.
I object to this highly because, first of all, I am John McClane.
Hello, this is John McClean, and he talks like this with the lower teeth showing. That's why.
Hey guys, next I'm taking this NYX.
You're so ridiculous.
Everything's really dirty. I'm taking this this is a NYX smoky kind of blue, and I'm darkening the outer V.
Oh, she's really treating this as a tutorial. I'm not gonna narrate mine because I don't want to.
Do you ever like sneak your sister's makeup or anything?
Not my sister's, but my mom's. She rarely wore makeup, but she always had like little like lipsticks, little lip glosses, and like little tiny little like you know those little compacts of like CoverGirl brushes with blushes with the tiny little brush.
Oh yeah.
I loved those.
My mom was a Clinique whore, still is, which is so funny because nobody's like, only old ladies like Clinique, but my mom's been an old lady for a long time, by which I mean even when she was in her 30s, she was like Clinique. But my mom would give me, because like twice a year they have Clinique sales or whatever, and my mom would give me the sample that came with it. And that was fun because it was like always like a tiny little like palette or something.
Yeah.
Never in my color. It was like, oh, is it brick red and rusts? Perfect.
See, what I like about the BB cream is it's very light coverage, and if you're a guy who likes to wear makeup, you literally cannot tell that you're wearing makeup, but especially in person, it just kind of smooths out the edges, but it still looks like your skin. You can still see pores and stuff like that, but not as much. You know what I mean? Like it almost just minimizes everything. And then I do think one thing that if you're a guy who wears makeup, you should conceal. Actually, probably more important that you conceal than actually put foundation on for men, I think. Because women are usually uglier, so they need more makeup. Cut to the end of this, I look atrocious. I'm using this like bronzer to like just basically bronze myself up and then contour a tiny little bit, but I don't think it's an exact match, but you know, gays can be orange. What else has been going on with you, Katie?
Just the crafting continues for the most part. I added tassels, even more tassels to another curtain. I've been sewing pillowcases, hating them, ripping them apart. I painted, like I've been painting like anything I have around me that can be painted or stitched, that's what I'm doing.
I think I should start wearing more like makeup looks on stage and stuff like that. I've always wanted to.
I really think you should. It's funny because now that I feel like because of the quarantine, everyone's like, anything they were afraid to do or whatever before, like people are like, fuck it, who cares now? Like, I'm going to say it here first. I think I'm going to start messing around with brown eyeliner when we get back to You're gonna wear face makeup and I'm gonna leave black and I'm gonna do browns.
And literally, I mean, the way I'm doing my makeup right now, I feel like it's not even noticeable. It's so subtle. And I think it's gonna be like you're wearing makeup, and then you're gonna be like, guys, do you notice anything different about it? And everyone's gonna be like, no, and you're like, my eyeliner is brown.
You're like, thank you so much. Have you been going out, taking walks or anything?
Yeah, taking walks, but taking walks is so stressful because
People aren't paying attention.
people just don't know how to social distance, you know, and I can't take it. And I'm gonna call it out. I mean, it is two types of people usually. It is Latino families and white women. Sorry, Katy.
So basically it's my entire household right now.
Yeah, except you don't have a Latino family living in your household.
That's true.
I don't know what it is. Like sometimes it's kind of like you don't need to take everyone to the supermarket or everyone to the store, you know, especially I see two parents.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course this is not just for Latino families and white women. It's for everyone. I see this, but
it's notable.
Let's call out the gay guys. I mean, there are gay guys still hooking up on sex apps, and those are my people too, you know? But the white women are always the ones. And Katy, what is it about this? Okay.
Tell me.
Like they're multitasking. They're like on their cell phone. They have their dog. They're, you know, they have a coffee, and they're just like, and they're no mask, no glove. I don't know what it is.
Well, I do take umbrage with dog owners specifically, because they are often on their cell phones in general, and that happens especially in this neighborhood as white women. But they're on their cell phone. They're like taking up the whole sidewalk. Right. They're like starting wherever the dog is. Guys, I'm going in with this light silver.
You're living your makeup tutorial fantasy.
Did I tell you I considered fostering a cat? And I even emailed, because I heard that they need a lot of people to do it. Mm-hmm. And I even emailed a place, but she emailed and was like, everything's a disaster. We don't know. We don't have cats. I don't know what to tell you.
This is the best color. This hide and seek, like.
I love that palette, that smoky nude palette. It's such a good
color, yeah. I've
had my eye on it since you've gotten it. Okay, now I'm tight lining.
Katie's gonna keep interrupting. I'm gonna be like, and that was just like a super hard year for me because I couldn't watch. She's like, I'm tight lining.
I'm tight lining, okay, guys?
I think I'm just doing an orange look because I really like it.
We are always fire and ice, are we not?
I love warm colors because it works with me. It works with my...
The warms.
The warms. I don't hear it, but Katy and everyone I've ever met says that I say warm weird, but...
Because you say, I am warm. We say it like Bjork. You know what's so tragic? And I mean this seriously. We're putting these looks on.
Album? Yeah, I know.
We're putting these looks on and we can't go to the gay club.
I know. It sucks.
Is that the straightest white girl thing I've ever said? Yes, ma'am.
No, it's kind of true.
There's just so many parts of society that are really struggling right now, especially the white girl community.
They can't infiltrate gay clubs.
Yeah, we can't ruin your safe spaces.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, you see this one is tight lined and this one is not. And one looks like demonic, and I love it. How have you been entertaining yourself this last week?
Oh, you know, I've just been full scream weeping.
Have you had, because of quarantine, have you had like revelations of like, wow, when I get back, I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. Like you're gonna start wearing more boy looks on stage? Have we decided this?
Yes.
I like that.
Like, I think I could do this. Just like an orange on the lid and nice skin, you know?
Yeah, and just a heavy powder underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
Did we talk about this? What's the first thing you're gonna do when we're out? I feel like we talk about this like we're in jail.
Oh, dancing. I'm going dancing at the gay club.
Ooh, I love that.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. And one thing I like to do is I like to not only mascara my eyelashes, but also my eyebrows.
Like your nose hairs.
And my nose hairs, yeah.
Okay, I think we're looking good there. I'm just gonna pop a light shimmer.
And also, guys, this doesn't apply to all men, but it applies to many men. our lashes are usually thicker than most women's because God hates women, I think.
God, really?
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
this skinny mascara is really good because it just kind of like adds just a tiny bit in. I feel like it depends on what type of boy look you want to do, but I love it how I have like literally orange and gold on my eyelid. Just a subtle.
Just a simple look. God. I think we were working with a pressed pigment and we've made a huge mistake.
I know everyone's going to hate me when I say this, but I'm so lucky that I have very flat brows. They're not like bush-tastic.
Now we're darkening, guys. We're darkening under, smoking that out. Now we're doing a setting spray because we're gonna underline.
Now lip liner.
Okay, some of this is giving me a little bit of Tin Man realness, and that's not what I want. The silver's too strong. If any makeup people are actually watching this, they're probably really like, yeah, bitch, duh,
We
blend.
don't care what they think. Listen, if you're a makeup person, we don't give a shit what you think.
Deal with it.
I'll fight you and give you COVID.
There's probably some stupid makeup bloggers that have already done a COVID tutorial.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna die of COVID, you might as well die hot.
We've always said that. Okay, we're going back in with, I think the mistake is either it's too little or too much silver, but let's find out.
I think your biggest mistake is that it's too little, too late.
No, it's just too little, too late.
Did you watch that JoJo documentary thing?
I didn't. What?
Oh, girl,
I saw it. Like, what? What's
me? Okay. Anyone who's gotten successful, like, you don't even know what JoJo's been through. No, she's literally been just like under the boot.
What happened? Is it like one of the classic, like, oh, their label screwed her?
Yeah.
All you ever hear is that labels screw people. And it's like, why are we still doing labels, guys?
Did you know, I just found out last night, you know Kim Petras?
Not personally.
But you know her music?
I know who she is. I don't know her music, but I know that she's a person.
She's been releasing on her own, and she's trans, and she's from Germany.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know any of that. And I was like, she's been releasing, yeah, I was told that she was releasing music on her own without a label since 2016.
Wow.
Impressive because she's had major pop hits.
I love people like that. Okay. This is, I'm going to say it, we went too bold. We went too foil. Guys, don't use your setting spray for your fucking metallics sometimes, okay? Because then you look like, I don't know. Guys, write in, comment, what do you do when you've over-silvered your life?
There is a lipstick that you gave me. Remember when you were giving me your old rotten makeup?
No, it's shit. It's stuff that wasn't in my skin tone.
It's like the tiniest little micro dick lipstick. Oh, it's this. Look at this tiny little micro penis. I did that like Lisa Eldridge lip stain thing where you just keep like taking off what took off with my beauty blender.
I love, guys, Lisa Eldridge is my favorite. I love her stain hack because it's like, I hate feeling like I'm wearing lipstick, you know?
Yeah, especially if it's lipstick that's going to keep coming off. And especially if it's lipstick that you don't want that powerful of a pigment. You just kind of want the color, but you want it to look like it's your skin a little bit.
Yeah, and it stays so well. You just basically keep doing light layers and blotting until you have a full pigmented.
Basically. Okay, I am almost done. I think I just need to put on highlighter. I love this. I don't think it works well, but it's so pretty. It's the Cover FX like gold drop thing.
I really look
you see how
like
it's gold, Katie?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's not gonna stay gold. That's the problem with this.
I hate it then. Guys, I really messed up with the silver. It looks like I'm in a Teen Vogue editorial that is inspired by Wizard of Oz, and it's like the Tin Man, and then I just have kind of, you know, teen silver eyes or something.
Okay, honestly, can you see my highlighter now?
Yes, it actually looks beautifully natural there.
But great. That is one reason I do like this, because it's good for subtle natural, but it gives the impression, right, that
it's going to be like
crazy, yeah, but it's not. Oh, and then my last thing.
I did see somebody, I think Patrick Ta, he is a makeup artist, and he has a highlighter that is an actual aerosol highlighter. You
Ooh.
full on spray paint it on your face. It's
Yeah.
actually it looks very natural and pretty. I don't like when they're too glittery because then I just feel like
Yeah.
daytime drag.
Yeah.
What if somebody came to us and asked us to produce a makeup line? Like, what would we name the colors?
Slut brown, slut blue, slut red.
I would be like, okay, so, we have an enemy. Let's say it's,
Fedoras.
who?
Fedoras.
Yeah, fedoras. No, it would be like, like Gwyneth's blood, Delilah's intestine.
Zachary Quinto's prolapsed anus. The most popular lip color of our brand.
That would be, honestly, I was like, that would be such a pretty blush color.
Yeah.
Because people told me too that like your ideal nude is the color of your nipples. You know that story?
Yeah.
Now you could do different celebrities' nipples.
I have been told since our podcast episode with Crystal that my nipples are not as pink as I had said that they were. But I still think that they're pink. And I have noticed, and this is very important for everyone to listen to, that when my nipples get small and erect, they turn into this brown color. But then when they're like floppy and flaccid, they're more pink. So
can you show us some palette swatches? Can you please swatch and find your nipple colors for us?
My nipple color when it's relaxed is like my lip color that I put on.
Okay.
But I would say when it's hardened, it's like this color.
Swatch, please. Swatch for the people at home. Swatch for the boys in the back.
Hey, can you tell that I have any makeup on? Really?
Yes.
Good.
Your eyes are very clear, and when you turn to the side, you can see highlighter.
Good.
This is my favorite blush ever. It is e.l.f. That, and it's cream.
Oh, it looks really really.
I hate that oftentimes I will forget to add it and before I powdered. I mean, I'll have powdered and then go, oh, fuck, I forgot to add it. Because you can't cream over powder.
Cream powder. You know what I don't like? Like, if you don't place your highlighter right, which I did not, it like kind of starts to undo your concealer, and then your like under eyes start to kind of, the discoloration starts to come back a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes the blush, let's be honest, guys, I don't put it right. I just put it on. You also Jonathan gave me this beautiful Slut Peachy blush, which I've been mixing with the cream.
I always looked at you, and I guessed, guys. I didn't tell her, or I didn't ask. Like, I just guessed that she was like more of a peachy blush. So, on ColourPop.com, it's like they look like cartoon swatch. It doesn't look like it's a photo, so you don't really know what it's going to look like. So why don't you fix that, ColourPop?
Also sponsor us. Can you imagine we could do a tour and it would be ColourPop comedy? Were you eye rolling or putting concealer on?
Putting concealer on. It's crazy because for each podcast episode, we're going to have to find a new activity, listeners and watchers, because there's nothing going on except for darkness and sadness, and we don't want to bring that
right
every episode.
That was kind of our thing before, and then
yeah, but
doing this is called Amplifiber fiber extensions.
Ooh, Katy, you know what works well? I'm sure you're like, Doug, bitch, but instead of just using the beauty blender, getting a little bit of powder and pressing it into the concealer. So you're not like wiping it off. You literally just press it in. It works really well.
Hot tips, guys. You hear this?
You know what's crazy is like how you look in a picture is so different from like how the makeup can be in person. Or just like how it is, because sometimes you go up to people and you can see so much ugly texture on their face with the makeup, and it's like
I'm right here, Jonathan.
Okay, I changed that Cover FX highlighter is actually really great. Honestly, do you ever use lip liner as like a subtle eyeliner? Especially like
No, that's a good idea. Okay, now we're gonna do the Jlo Hack. which I will say the lighting in her interviews has gotten sloppy. So you can see, you guys, Scott Barnes is her makeup her makeup artist. He full on like physically paints her face like she's a painting. He paints on, she's beautiful, but he paints on a lot of stuff. And his big thing is like, you enhance your lips by shading underneath them.
What do you shade? What do you put underneath them?
It's the color I use for my eyebrows.
So I should just put straight black underneath.
Yeah. Okay, so that needs to like be blended out, but you guys see that gives a full. But he like overlines her top lip too, and sometimes in when the lighting isn't right in an interview, you can full on be like, do you have like brown eyeshadow all around your lips? And yes, she does.
I tight lined with the brown lip liner, and I feel like it made my eyes look more finished.
See, brown liner is what we're doing in 2020 when we get back.
Yeah. I do have to say though, one of my favorite products is this Laura Geller blush, and because it has a highlighter in it and it looks like a planet.
Oh, that is really pretty. I love like a rosy gold.
Honestly, I don't know why you gave me this, because I love it and I use it. It's just this like huge, what is it, glow and strobe highlighting palette.
Oh yeah, that was a friend
good.
gave me that one. And it smells like cotton candy.
That.
This is a Jeffree Star lip. It is Mannequin, which is good because doesn't Britney have a Mannequin song? Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, and then I still have your little Katy gave me this like Sleeping Beauty vintage makeup.
Oh yeah, that's Besame Cosmetics. Shout out to them. They only do vintage formulas and shades, and they're in Burbank.
It's cute.
And they did a collaboration with Sleeping Beauty.
It's so funny. We're like, shout out to them, our 12 viewers.
Yeah.
You know what's like a beautiful set, but it's like, oh, duh, this is what I need. Remind me, I was just looking around being like, I'm not finished, and I knew I wasn't because I need a gloss on my lips. This like Sephora bullshit thing, it's like, it's supposed to be like, it's a bag from Sephora, and then like it opens up and it's like all these shadows, but most of these shadows are shit. The only reason this is worth it is the mirror. And it has a cream, brown, and black liner right here that are really good. And then it has these like little bullshit compartments of like terrible blushes and contour shades that don't work in any way. But
one of them looks like a full-on yellow.
Which is fine, but it doesn't work as no pigment. This is like a gloss palette, and that's another reason why this is worth it.
This is highlight time, bitches. One thing I never do is a tip of highlighter down my nose or on the tip because it makes me look like Psycho Michael Jackson. You have the perfect nose for that type of highlighting down the bridge, you know? And actually, if you guys know anything about Rihanna, she does what's called C highlighting. She goes like this. Let's do it in her. I'm going to do some in her honor.
And one thing I've established with glosses is a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of gloss goes a long way, especially if you don't want that like wet, like glazed donut look, because the gloss will start breaking down whatever you put on underneath it. So just like a tiny bit. That's
the point. I'm going to layer this with even a little bit of a lighter shade. It's going to give you even more of a pop.
Also, if you do your makeup, anyone who we know, anyone who listens, send us pictures on our Instagram and we'll post it as a story.
Want to recreate
Whether
this?
it's bad or good, we don't care, because we're gonna post what I did to Katy, the crime that I committed against my body, and then post my beautiful. I mean, I have, you know what, drag pic. I just look so good. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, you should post our side by side. Be like, Katy and I did our makeup, and then you post your side by side of your beautiful one and my awful, crazy one.
That was probably the proudest I've been, because I just looked so good and it took me forever to get it down. And it looks in the picture like I'm not wearing that much makeup, but that my face is just naturally like womanly. But I have like plaster and plaster and plaster of makeup. Of course, I have no beard. My brows are gone. Like, yeah.
That's the thing, is like, so, all no makeup takes a lot of work and time.
Yeah. And I put like white in white lined with white, so I just look like a stripper, kind of, you know, like, love it.
This is my Too Faced lip injection bullshit. This is bullshit. No lip plumpers work, but if you have thin lips, it's like you just got to deal with it. You got to overline and shadow. You got to Kylie Jenner it. Just overline. Remember for 2 years when she said that?
I just overline. Can you see the blush?
Yes. But it's really pretty because it looks like a very natural wash.
Okay. What I wish I had was just like something to like, my eyebrows, but.
Okay, I'm going to show you. Maybe we'll screen share and I'll show you my side-by-side with actual Britney.
Oh my God, you totally look like an OC, like, woman in the club in like 2003.
Like, turtlenecks are so cool. Like a glamorous, that's very Coyote Ugly. Final looks. Oh wait, that doesn't look good. Well guys, finished looks. Overall, slut palette, 10 out of 10. Elf, 100%. Any final closing thoughts? Guys, just stay hot this quarantine no matter what. Get into turtlenecks.
I guess my closing thought is wash your makeup because makeup carries COVID, okay? I'm just kidding.
I think you look beautiful. I think you're fire and ice realness. You're glowing. I love the pop of gold on your lids at all times. It always looks beautiful.
Thank you. Your look looks professional, like straight up professional, looks great. The shading is amazing. You look like your eyelids just like went, like just like so cunt. It looks so good. We hope that you enjoyed our makeup tutorial, or just us being sluts and doing makeup. We're gonna come to the next episode with something completely different. Maybe we'll be like checking ourselves for a witch's mark. Maybe
and leave comments if you guys want to see anything in particular. Please let us know.
Yes.
Legal or illegal, we don't care. Yeah. So until next time.
Ties to the black market.
Yeah.
White House black market. The store from
what a dream to live and work in a White House black market.
All right, guys. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.